Your son can't be drowned by the sound of guns, or just watch your tragic times through a satellite dish. The least that we can give you is an anthem like
universe and all things of consciousness. Welcome to the internet and this man's great channel. I hope you're all subscribing, remember, and press like on all his other ones, and this one if you want to as well. So we're going to talk about World War II, because he requested a subject that wasn't big, and I think World War II, relative to my other things I talk about, isn't so big. So what is World War II all about? It is, and fundamentally, World War II was a religious war in Europe, and it was a religious war to bring down the democracies that were blooming in this part of the world. And the desire was for a Christian, united Christian empire in Europe, and they would call that empire the Third Reich, which is what Hitler was fundamentally talking about at all times. His desire to unify Christianity under his idea of Christianity, of course, which was twisted and fucked up, but it's still a twisted, fucked up idea. A lot of Christians, especially rich Christians and rich Muslims and rich Jewish people, thought was the way forward in life. So you had this united religious group which unified not only those religious ideas but also vast wealth through their capitalist visions and instruments of ownership. They rerouted all the money across the world and therefore funded Hitler, because I'm sure most of you are aware that Germany was broke. So where did all that money come from? It didn't come from magic money trees. Where it came from was these united leadership of these hierarchy of the religious groups I've just mentioned, Christian, Muslim, and the Jewish leadership, who proudly funded Hitler and his regime, which is nothing new, by the way. These entities and people of his ilk have been funded by these far-right extremists who own your religions, by the way, for God knows how long. There you go, accidental pun. So that's been going on for God knows how many centuries. And the end result was a massacre and a genocide of what they deemed was too left or too not religious enough. I mean, Bob the Destroyer, he said it a couple of months ago here in this park. If you're not like me and you're not a Christian, and you have Jewish people who say exactly the same thing with exactly the same sentiment, if you're not an extremist who thinks that mass murder is a logical conclusion to your personal religion, then you're not on my side. And so you got Ben Soprano, I always get his name wrong.
Who's that?
He's one of the leading Jewish intellects in America.
Oh.
I say that with a laugh on my face. But he's part of the far-right Jewish religion in America at the moment. And then you've got far-right Christians like Donald Trump. He's extremist, part of the sect. And his idea is to destroy democracy, just exactly what he's done. When it gets in the way of their religious fanaticism, which is the world poverty, oil, obsessed with oil, the religious leaders. If anything gets in the way of that, then they kill it. Literally, they go off to Iraq and kill loads of Muslims. Or if you've got on the wrong bit of land, like in Palestine, then they go in there and just kill everyone there. This is typical far-right behaviour that has spanned hundreds and hundreds of years. And the people, the religious people who are part of these religions, they have nothing to do with this. They're just told, you do what I do and say, otherwise you're out of my bloody religion. Therefore, you end up with these religious wars based on that very simple and very effective little bit of rhetoric. And that is the history of the world. World War II was about the destruction of democracy and religious groups becoming more liberal, which is why Hitler killed off a load of Christians And part of the reason, one of the reasons why he killed off so many Jewish people as well, but that's obviously the Catholics and Protestants who just hate and always hated the Jews and blame them for the demise of Jesus. Thank you very much for your time. Hope some of that is of interest, and if not, please comment below. Again, subscribe to this incredible man, because if you want to stay wise, you subscribe. All right, ladies, gentlemen, and things of other consciousness, I'll say my poacher name then goodbye. Visit me on poemsofdust.blogspot.com. Thank you so much. Boom!
Long live Gaza.
All you see is war every time you turn your head at night. There's bloodshed on the floor.